Hello everyone and welcome to Low Rent Rick Scale Modelling and my build of this 172 scale Airfix Gloster Gladiator. Now before we get going, please do consider subscribing to my small channel. It really helps me get the videos out there and it cheers me up no end when I get another subscriber. Likes and comments on the video really help it get it shared out. And if you're a Facebook user, please do consider joining our Facebook group Scale Modelling for Everyone. We've got 200 members as of today and we only started a couple of months ago. It's a nice place to share your work. So let's get on with the build. Contents of the box are pretty standard for a starter kit. If you are intending to use the paints that come with the kit, do give them a check out first. These little plastic pots have got a propensity to dry out. You don't know how long the model's been on the shelf, but the model itself is in great condition. Sprues look really good, and you get two options of decals, and I think I'm going to go for the red and yellow ones because they look a little bit better. So here we go. Going to start off by painting all the small fiddly black bits on the sprue. It's a good way to get it done and not get yourself covered in paint while you're doing it. This is just a one coat over, so when you do snip them off you will have to go over it again, but as you know, lots of thin coats are better than one thick one. So in the cap here, what I do is I bring the paint out into the cap and I just water it down in there, and then once it's snipped off, go over it again. When it comes to painting the metallic effects, any paint that's like got a metallic edge to it, it's going to look a bit rough when you put the first few coats on, but please do bear with it. The effect really does come forward once you've got into those few thin coats. Again, I'm just using it very watered down, so it does look a bit washy when it first goes on, and that layers up and builds and gives real depth. I try to keep the whole piece wet, so it doesn't dry patchy or I don't get any sort of travel across with the brush. Good to see that this kit comes with a figure. I'm told by a few people that the figures are getting scarce in kits nowadays. What's your experience? Have you noticed that figures aren't being included now? Let me know in the comments what you think. I do like to get a figure. I think it brings the whole model together, and it's good practice really, just to get those detail paintings done. I'm not the greatest at figures, but each one I do I get a little bit better at. Using a bit of Vallejo Model Air, the dark brown here for the main body of the plane, and it comes in quite watery actually. It's already thinned down for an airbrush, but I still like to have a dob of water into it because I do like the layers to be thin, and I like to really get on and try and get a good coating across the piece and still maintain the freshness of the paint so it doesn't dry out halfway through. It will look patchy, but as I explained earlier, that's not a problem. You'll see once I get the thin coats on top of it that it really does come together. This is a good example of how wishy-washy it looks when the first coat's gone on, but now you'll see it really come together when the next really thin layer goes over the top. When it comes to straight line masking, I'm going to use a trick that I kind of made up myself using cigarette papers. Now I'll put a link in the description below to the easy straight line masking method using cigarette papers. They're a great resource. They're really good for masking. If you do it correctly, there's no bleed through, and they come off with just water, leaving a perfectly straight line. So please do check out that video in the description. There's some fine detail to do on the propeller here. So the back of the propeller is green and the front is sort of a buff colour, but there's like a green stripe down the edge. So to get that effect, I just used a heavily soaked brush, heavily soaked in the paint, but I used the side edge of the brush rather than the point, and just run it down the edge of the propeller to get that really cool effect. For decals, I'm going to go over the entire model with some Vallejo matte varnish. I really rate the stuff. It's absolutely fantastic. It looks like milk when it goes on, but when it dries really tough and gives a really nice finish. Going for the red and yellow decal scheme with the nice flames or the shooting star on the side. I think it looks really great, and the big letters underneath against the silver give it a really nice effect. And there's the finished article. My first biplane, and also only about the 6th or 7th model I'd ever built. So I'm really pleased with how it came out. Can't recommend this kit enough. The Gloster Gladiator Airfix 172 scale is absolutely fantastic, and a great place to start if you've never done a biplane before. It really does go together. It's a nice kit, and it's a pleasure to build. If you've made it this far, thank you so much for watching my video. I hope you've enjoyed it half as much as I enjoyed making it. Please do consider subscribing to my channel. It'd help me out a lot. And please do check out the Facebook group, Scale Modelling for Everyone. It's a great little group. There's about 200 of us, as I said. Please come and join us. Hit like, leave a comment, subscribe. Thank you so much, and I'll see you in the next video.